I'm there in Bhubaneswar having the opportunity to interact with Mr. Sinha, and particularly about Odisha I will start where you are saying that your revenue has doubled in last 5 years. Now I want to understand what has led to this. Of course there are AT&C losses which you have narrowed down, and can this model be replicated elsewhere?
So Odisha has been a unique experience because Odisha has both urban and rural consumers. What we have seen, availability of electricity actually enhances the consumption of electricity, and this is what we have seen in Odisha, that availability of electricity, good quality electricity and also reasonable cost electricity has helped, whether it is the residential consumers or it is the commercial or industrial. Many of the industrial customers who used to be under open access or used to do captive generation have now moved to the supply from the discoms, because they not only find it reliable but they also find it very economical. So I think this has been a great experience and a learning for us in Tata Power, and this is definitely a model which other states will copy, because it is win-win for everyone. The consumers get better service, better reliability, the government gets its money on time, there is no losses that they have to incur, and for the DISCOM and their employees it is a great opportunity to empower them and show their performance. So I think this is a model not only good for India but any other developing country who wants to have public-private partnership in power distribution.
Right. Or as you were discussing about the financials, you have an aim of 10,000 crore in next 5 years. First, I want to understand what gives you confidence and what are things which are there on ground, and thereby you will achieve that target.
So we have the target of meeting this 10,000 megawatt of clean energy. Question galat hai aapka.
Okay. I'm saying in terms of operational performance, when you are saying in next 5 years, I saw that that overall 10,000 crore is what
capex.
No, overall net profit wise.
Oh,
profit wise, net profit.
Okay.
So I'll ask again, so we'll continue. Talking about the financial performance, of course, the H1 has been good so far, despite the fact second half is better comparatively. But in next 5 years, you have an aim of achieving 10,000 crore net profit. I want to understand what gives you confidence.
So if you see our existing portfolio of plants, whether it is our thermal plants or hydro plants or our existing transmission and distribution and also renewable, we are more than 5,000 crores of PAT last year, and we expect that this year it will be much better than that. All our core businesses are doing exceedingly well. The new investments that we are putting in renewable power, the capacity add that will happen in this year and next year. Similarly, the capacity adds that are happening in our transmission distribution businesses, all of them are adding to our overall profitability and also to our performance. And we expect that the strong foundation that we have set for ourselves, the numbers that we have said about 2030 is definitely doable. In fact, we'll end up doing much better than that.
I want to ask you once again regarding AT&C losses. That is something which has been a good model when you are saying in Odisha. Where is the scope in other states as well? And as far as here also, you think the narrowing down further?
Absolutely right. If you see in Delhi, we started with 53% AT&C loss. Today we are less than 5%. In Odisha also, in most of the discoms, in the 4 discoms, we were around 30 to 35%. We are now less than 20%, and we'll bring it down to less than 10% in next 3 to 4 years. So the improvements that we are doing in the network, the better metering facilities that we are providing, and also in terms of the reach that we have in both urban and rural areas will actually help us to become one of the most reliable and financially efficient power distribution company in the country, with AT&C loss less than 10% and maybe in some places maybe less than 6 and 7%.
Definitely, and ET now is conducting a different kind of initiative of Budget Yatra where we are going in different cities, and you mentioned about the bills which are expected in the budget session of Parliament. First, I want to understand what are the expectations you have for Union budget per se, and also about the bills you say how will it benefit Tata Power?
So in the power sector, we expect one is, of course, the bill for allowing private sector investment in nuclear power. That should happen. Secondly, the Electricity Amendment Act, which is there, where multiple distribution companies can supply electricity in various parts of the country. So that is a big change that will happen, and there are, of course, few more connected changes that is proposed in the bill. We also expect that under the group of ministers, there are certain amendments which are expected in distribution sector, especially reforms in the financial performance of the DISCOMs, and that again will bring opportunity of public-private partnership. So many of these things are expected in next 6 to 9 months, and I do believe that the reforms in distribution sector will be one big thing that will happen, and Tata Power will play a very, very important role in that.